My name is Marshall. For my Business 378 project management class project, I chose to work with a company called NextScan. They were developing a new piece of software for one of their products and needed a promotional video for it. That's where I come in. But first, let me tell you a little bit about what exactly NextScan does. NextScan is a manufacturer of digital high-speed microfilm scanners. For those of you who don't know, microfilm has been used for decades as a way to store information, such as documents and pictures, for a long period of time. Microfilm has been used since the 1920s, even though it was invented almost a decade earlier. Governments, churches, and companies have been keeping important records on microfilm because you can get a vast amount of data in a little space. To view microfilm, though, you'd have to go and locate the proper roll in archives, and then you'd have to mount it to a reader printer and scroll through it one picture at a time until you found what you wanted and you could select it and then you could print it. The problem with this is it would take a very long time because some of these rolls of film have up to 1,000 images on it. Another problem with microfilm is that over the years it falls victim to something called vinegar syndrome. This is when acid starts to eat away at the film, destroying any information stored on it. So the longer that the information stays in a microfilm format, the more likely it is of being lost forever. Now with the digital age upon us, it's more convenient for people to store information digitally, but what are we supposed to do with all the data that's stored on microfilm? Well, NextScan scanners quickly scans the film and saves it into a digital format. Many of the counties in Idaho, as well as counties in other states, are in possession of historical data stored on microfilm. Counties are required by state and federal laws to maintain this data because most of it consists of court documents, land titles, and birth records, etc. This isn't a problem for larger counties because they have the funding to purchase one of these expensive microfilm scanners and convert all this information to a digital version. Unfortunately, smaller counties can't afford this solution, so there's a market for an inexpensive way for smaller counties to convert this information to a digital format. The new software that NextScan is developing is called Virtual Film. This software scans an entire roll of film and saves it as one image. It is inexpensive and allows you to navigate the film on a computer to find what you want. Then all you have to do is draw a box around it and you can either print it, save it, or email it. So to start this project, I had a meeting with my sponsor, Doreen Compton. She's the Director of Product Marketing here at NextScan. We talked about the different attributes that this new software brings to the table and why it's better than our competitors' current scanning options. I decided it made sense to write the narration before the video so I knew what kind of footage I'd be needing. So I began with a PowerPoint to kind of outline what I'd want for this video. Then I started with the narration. I worked with marketing, engineering, and software development departments so I can make the narration as accurate as possible. The PowerPoint is at the end of this video as a quick kind of slideshow so you can see kind of what I did. For the video I needed some footage of a large microfilm archive. Since we didn't have one here at NextScan, I started to call around places in Boise that might have one. My first thought was go to the Boise State University Library because I know they have a microfilm archive. I had a few emails back and forth. I was turned down because the video is going to be used as a promotion and they don't want, there's something about the promotional aspect they didn't like. After calling a few other places and not getting responses back, I thought maybe it was because I was telling them I was using it in a promotion that they're ignoring me. So I thought I would just go to one of our customers. So we went to a customer called Integra, and they had no problem with me coming down and shooting in their archive. And then the next thing we had to do after that was record narration. We decided to use Doreen Compton's voice, and then all we had to do was set up a recording studio and find a room that didn't echo and have a good microphone. After all this was done, it was time to start editing. This is by far the hardest step. The program I was using was Adobe Premiere Elements 11, and I'd never used it before, and it was a professional video editing software. It's very difficult to figure it out, and it took a couple hours to finally nail it down, but after much work, it all came together. The promotional video for Virtual Film will be shown at a trade show on June 28th as a debut of this new product from NextScan. Thank you.
Designed with cutting-edge components, the latest in camera, lighting, image correction, and NextStar Plus, NextScan's revolutionary ribbon scanning software, NextScan products provide a full conversion solution that far exceeds the speed, functionality, and return on investment when compared to other scanners in the market. NextScan, a world leader in manufacturing and software development, introduces new cutting-edge software technology. This short video highlights NextScan's Virtual Film, the next big thing in a micro world. If If you're familiar with microfilm at all, you know about how long it can take to retrieve the correct images requested. After the request is received, an employee has to search and search for the proper microfilm or microfiche. Next, the film has to be mounted to the reader printer and scrolled through to find the correct image to print. At the end, the film must be transported and stored back in its proper location. Now, with NextScan's new virtual film solution, the process of retrieval is shortened by more than half. Using NextScan's high-speed production scanners with speeds up to 1,000 pages per minute, virtual film software scans and stores the entire roll or fiche as one image, JPEG, GIF, TIFF, etc. It allows you to easily navigate film to find the correct image as you would on a reader printer. And you have the option to not just print the image, but to save it to a PC, a flash drive, or email it. Without converting microfilm archives to a digital format, there are many problems with using microfilm. With older microfilm, damaging vinegar syndrome can degrade image quality. Each time the roll is viewed, there can be degradation of image quality and damage to the film. There's also the chance that when the film is returned to the storage area, it's put in the wrong location, making it difficult to find again. Problems like these can lead to slow response time to customers. There are also extra expenses that occur with microfilm storage: labor to locate and transport the film, and maintenance on reader printers. If your microfilm library contains records that must be kept, now is the time to convert them to NextScan's virtual film digital format. Virtual film delivers better image quality while minimizing the cost to your organization and the time required for training. Virtual film also offers a paperless option because it eliminates the need to use a reader printer. Virtual film solves all the issues that complicate storing microfilm, and it is no more expensive than making a duplicate of the film. For very small jobs, NextScan can scan your film in-house using our trained personnel. The next option available is to oversee and train an organization's staff members so that they can complete the scanning on site based on their specific workflows. The last option, which is useful for large or complex projects, is to use a scanning service bureau. NextScan can assist in the selection of a qualified service provider and the oversight of projects. NextScan's new virtual film software solution allows organizations to say goodbye to old technology by eliminating their film collection and migrating to a permanent digital format. Because virtual film creates an exact digital duplicate, film can be preserved from future damage and multiple copies can be saved. The cost of conversion is lower than conventional scanning, and your organization can output individual images in the future based on your budget and workflow requirements. NextScan also offers project management and consultation for complex scanning projects and works closely to design software features to meet customer workflow parameters and indexing processes, with training and support offered throughout your project. Discover the next big thing in a micro world: NextScan Virtual Film for the micrographics industry. For more information on NextScan products and services, please visit our website at www.nextscan.com.